It's quite the find. Hello friends, and welcome back to Crow's Thrifty Finds. My name is Melanie. So for this week's video, it's story time. I'm going to share with you all a story. Maybe it's a relatable story, maybe it isn't. And I was kind of debating if I was going to call this video the most embarrassing thing I've ever done as a reseller or the dumbest thing I've ever done as a reseller. But I went with dumbest, and I will explain why as I tell you the story. Now, first off, I want to say that, not everybody is comfortable talking about reselling. I myself am generally pretty comfortable with reselling, but there are certain people that I would not just readily admit to that I am a reseller. And those type of folks are people that I am buying items from. I don't know. I feel kind of weird. I have heard people openly admit they're resellers and, people saying, oh, I'm putting myself through college by reselling and things like that. But me, it's like I have a full-time career and a family, and I don't know, to me, it feels like I don't necessarily need to be a reseller. I just enjoy being a reseller. And I don't know, I don't tell folks readily that I am a reseller. So that's kind of my preference. It's been my preference. And gosh, this story was of what happened to me that I did. It was dumb. It was. So basically, I purchased this lot of Bratz dolls on Marketplace for $170. The seller had it listed at $200. I talked her down pretty easily to $170, which is the price that I was comfortable with. So no big deal. We all agreed on that. That part was just fine. That's not the embarrassing part of the story. So anyways, so I get these Bratz dolls. And in case you don't know, Bratz dolls are a fabulous pickup. There are many Bratz dolls that are very collectible and desirable. So if you're not looking for Bratz dolls, you definitely should be looking for Bratz dolls because they are a great pickup. But now not every Bratz doll is valuable, but many of them are. So in the Facebook Marketplace listing, I had seen a couple of very valuable Bratz dolls. One of them was this boy that plays basketball, like this basketball doll, Bratz doll that was very valuable, like in the hundreds. And then there was also this fairy pixie Bratz doll that I think would be worth around that as well. So yeah, I knew that, even just selling one of those dolls would pay for the lot. And excuse me, my voice is being funny. So yeah, I knew that the sale of one of those dolls would almost pay for the entire lot. And there's, I believe, 45 Bratz dolls in total. So I mean, this was, a good purchase, a good pickup. So I got the dolls. I started taking pictures and listing and getting the right outfits on. That's a whole daunting process in itself because the dolls are often not wearing the right things. You got to figure out which Bratz dolls you have and all this. Oh my goodness. So I got the first one listed, the basketball player doll, because I knew that was correct and wearing all the right things and the right doll and everything. So I got that listed. It sold right away. It sold like instantly, practically. Not instantly to the point that I was like, did I underprice it? But it sold very quickly for $150. So that was what comps were at. That was a fair price to get it for. And I think it's just rare enough that people are just waiting for it to pop back up. So great sale. So I was excited about this sale. It's not every day you get a $150 sale. So it was exciting. So I took a screenshot of the sale to send to a couple of reseller buddies that I have because I was excited about it. And I took a screenshot of the part where it says like your buyer has paid and all this. And that's an important detail for later on in the story. So as I'm going to take more pictures and list more dolls, I notice that Pixies Bratz doll was not included. And I thought, oh shoot, the person who sold it to me probably forgot to include it. That's definitely one that I want to have because that's a big profit, for that one. So I sent a message to the seller and let her know that I didn't get this doll. Now I planned on sending her a picture, so she knew which one it was. And I said the one with the bright colored hair. And when I went to send one picture, I saw that it had accidentally selected two pictures. And I looked really quick to see what the second picture was, and I couldn't find one. And I don't know, I must have just been going really quickly about it because I just said to myself, oh, well, whatever. It's probably just one of the bunch of pictures I took of the Bratz dolls, to list them or whatever, because I'd taken tons of pictures. So no big deal, right? Well, once I sent the picture off, it showed me which picture the second picture was that I had unknowingly selected. And it was the picture of the sale of the basketball Bratz doll, the sale that I had just done. Oh no, I did not want to do that. I did not want that that seller to know that I had just turned around and sold the Bratz doll for $150. And then here I am asking her for this other Bratz doll that she's going to put together is probably also very valuable. And now I'm never going to get the doll because she's not going to give it to me. And yeah, it was literally like the dumbest thing. Like, what was I thinking? Like that it wouldn't matter, because I guess in the moment I was thinking, well, I'll just let her know that other picture was sent by mistake. Well, that was a bad one to send by mistake. Like, I don't know why luck had to have it that way, that was the picture that was selected. But yeah, so I had sent her the message and then my husband convinced me that it was a good idea to just ask her if she had the accessories, for that other doll. He figured she probably didn't, but just in case, like that would be a reason to put that picture there. Even though if she looks closely, she's going to see it was an eBay sale. So I did that still, but like I was just mortified by the whole thing. Like it was so dumb of me to not look at what that second picture was. Like I did not want her to see that I did that. Like I just didn't. Like there's just a weird feeling to go with it. So yeah. So she gets back to me and tells me that she sold the Bratz Pixies doll individually before I had contacted her about the lot, and she forgot to tell me. So whether that's true or not, and yes, that was her bad, but like at that point, I was just done with contact and I was like, okay, no problem, and just like let it go. And like, I can't believe I did that. Like that was incredibly dumb. And it's been just a week of like the universe against me. Like I also accidentally sent a friend request somehow to somebody that I didn't mean to send a friend request to, and I canceled the friend request right away, but did they still see it? I don't know. Like it's been a really bad week for me on Facebook. But just so you all know, in Facebook Marketplace on the Messenger section, because maybe some of you are asking, well, how come you didn't delete the pictures right after you sent it? In Facebook Marketplace Messenger, apparently it's like a business transaction thing, and it does not allow you to delete the picture, or else I would have deleted it right away, but I could only delete it for me. So a lesson learned on my part. Be careful when you select photos when you are using Facebook Marketplace, because you cannot delete them. So you never know what scenario you might be caught up in. If you have pictures on your phone you don't want other people seeing, make sure you don't select anything extra. So yes, this was a very dumb thing for me to do. Did it work out okay? I guess it did. But I'd be curious to know from all of you, do you talk to other people about being a reseller, especially people that you buy from? I just generally don't, but I'd be curious to hear what other people have to say. But for me, this was an incredibly dumb move. And hopefully you all found some weird like amusement or like, I don't know what in this story, but it's a cautionary tale to just be careful to check your pictures when you're sending stuff on Facebook Marketplace, because you can't delete. So yeah, that's the story from this week. But do be on the lookout for Bratz dolls. There's so many different rare variations, and if you can get big lots of them, you can make a ton of money. I'm going to make a ton of money. I just had to deal with this embarrassment of a situation, and maybe she was lying to me that she sold the Bratz doll individually and plans to sell it on her own now. I don't know, but that's what I get if that's the case. But anyways, that's going to be it for me for this week. This is Melanie with Crow's Thrifty Finds. I'll see you next week.